Hi. Do you know who it was who said, "The most powerful force in the universe is compound interest"? It is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. That was actually Albert Einstein, a world-renowned physicist as well as a Nobel Award prize-winning earner. Now, how could somebody so intelligent, somebody so gifted, say something so bold and so surprising? In fact, science is a very evidence-based field of study, so how could somebody, clearly a scientist such as Einstein should have had some kind of evidence so as to base his claim off of, right? Hi, my name is Jason Gonzalez. Today, I'll be talking about how you can take advantage of compound interest. Not only that, but how you can make your money work for you, as well as how to achieve financial independence. Not only how, but why. So, we're going to be looking at two specific kinds of investments. First is an online savings account, and the second is just going to be the stock market with the S&P 500, or mutual funds. Let's start off with what compound interest is in the first place. I have a video for you guys.
Compound interest is paid on both the principal and the accrued interest, so over time it can help your money grow.
As stated in the video, it's quite simply interest paid on principal plus any accrued interest. In essence, it makes the money multiply and grow exponentially. Now, in the beginning, you don't see these effects as, of course, substantially as you would later down the road, long term. But the effects can be huge. Let's start off with some scenarios. So let's take Alex. Alex is 25 years old, and they decide, I'm going to go and open up an online savings account with $1,000. So they make their initial deposit of $1,000. They get paid every 2 weeks, and they decide, well, why don't I put about $41 each paycheck, totaling about $83 each month. So in effect, they're making these recurring monthly deposits for every month of $83 into their online savings with their principal amount of $1,000. Let's look at this out of a 40-year time frame, right? So the online savings account is at 1.70%. That's the rate. That's what most online savings accounts are around right now. And so let's say that rate stays the same, though it of course wouldn't. It is subject to change. But let's say that rate stays the same. And let's say that they keep their recurring monthly deposit of $83 the same as well. Now, over a 40-year time frame, they'd be getting about $58,361.34. Not bad, not bad. But let's take a look at a different scenario. Let's look at Terry. Terry's 25 years old as well. But instead, they decide to start off with a $5,000 initial deposit. Now, they decide to deposit into an online savings account with 1.70% as well, just so that we're on the same page. And they get paid a little more. They also get paid every 2 weeks. And they decide, why don't I put about $60 from each paycheck into the online savings account, totaling about $120 each month. And so they go, again, across a 40-year period, assuming no variables change, assuming it all stays the same, just for, of course, the scenario's purposes, they would gain $91,353.45. That's not bad as well. So let's take a look at the differences between a different variable, time. So had they started 5 years earlier, respectively, keeping all these variables the same, of course, had they started 5 years earlier when they were 20, Alex would have received a net increase of $10,000. Terry, $15,000. That's pretty good. So from these two scenarios, we kind of see two different things. The more that you start out with, and the more that you make recurring deposits or investments with, the greater the return will be. Not only that, but the sooner you start, the better, more return you'll get in the future. No time like the present, right? So let's move into kind of what an online savings account even is. In fact, an online savings account is the same exact kind of savings account that you'd find at your regular brick and mortar bank location. The only difference is the institutions that offer these kinds of savings accounts, they typically don't have brick and mortar locations. So they don't have to worry about operating costs or maintenance costs associated with any typical brick and mortar bank. Consequently, they can give back more to their customers in the form of higher interest rates and a few other things that we'll discuss right here. Now, usually, as I stated, the interest rates are higher in online savings. And according to bankrates.com, interest rates for online savings accounts are about 4 times the national average, which is currently at around 0.04% annual percentage yield. So that's pretty good. Not only that, but because again, these banks don't have so many costs to cover, they don't have to worry about giving us nickel and diming us all these little fees. In fact, most of these banks are low fee to no fee at all. Thirdly, the online savings accounts, if you have any kind of direct deposit or any kind of recurring transaction set up, typically speaking, these go through a little quicker and you can actually start earning interest on your money and growing it a little quicker. So that's another incentive to have an online savings account. Now let's say you like a little more risk like me and you want to invest in the stock market. The stock market is a lot more volatile and it fluctuates a lot more, of course, than your regular online savings account. However, let's look at a few different aspects of a stock market. So let's look at mutual funds, specifically the S&P 500. S&P 500 stands for Standard & Poor's 500. And all that is, simply stated, is those are the names of the 2 companies that started this. So what the S&P 500 is a mutual fund or index fund. So mutual fund basically, in a nutshell, is a basket of stocks that you invest into. So the S&P 500 is a basket of stocks picked from the top 500 top performing companies in the United States. Now, as of March 13, 2020, the 10-year average return on the S&P 500 specifically was 7.99%. Pretty good, right? So to put that into perspective, let's take our 2 scenarios at the beginning and apply them here. So let's start with Alex again. Let's say Alex decides to take that $1,000 they would have initially deposited into the online savings account, and let's say they decide to put it into the stock market instead. Now, assuming they keep that same recurring monthly deposit or investment of $83, and assuming, of course, the 7.99% stays the same, and assuming Terry, again, their variables stay the exact same as well, so the initial deposit of $5,000 into the stock market, the recurring monthly transaction or investment of $120, right, in the same rate. So respectively, they would gain $278,986.24 for Alex, and Terry gains almost double that amount at $480,281.80. That's really good. And basically, I point this out to you not to say, hey, go risk all your money, throw it all into the stock market. I simply point this out to you just to show you what different kinds of investment vehicles can do for you. Consequently, I just picked 2 from a wide range and variety of different kinds of investment products that you could look into. Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, stated, "The rich don't work for money. They make money work for them." Think about that. As I've discussed here, I've showed you a few ways how to make money work for you. Now, making more money work for you isn't necessarily whipping out a $20 bill and making it do push-ups and exercise. No, what that simply means is, as I stated, taking advantage of compound interest, right? Making your money work for you. I invite you to go out and take some time, look into different online savings accounts, maybe look into different kinds of mutual funds such as the S&P 500, or maybe just look around for any other kinds of investment vehicles you may be interested in, such as retirement. As you do so, I promise that you will find and you will be surprised to see how exponential your money will grow. Not only that, but you'll feel very pleased that your money is working for you, working hard, growing on itself. And I promise you further that you will find financial independence through doing this. Thank you.